Hello and welcome to another user guide for the Geniverse. In this video, I'll be taking you through the Echoes feature. To start off with, what are echoes? Echoes is a feature within the Geniverse that'll allow you to adopt a specific writing style or tone within external communications, whether that's through a document, a creation, a space, a view, or just in chat in general. And it will allow you to create and customize these echoes, as we call them, or tones, to essentially fit whatever need you have. And so that will include things such as if you were writing a company-wide email and you want it to sound the same in each one of these communications, you can create an echo from that based on previous writings and use that to basically consistently draft up additional emails using your Genie in the future. So to start off with, to get to your echoes, you'll go through your Knowledge Center. Down here in the bottom left nav rail, you'll see a little book icon. Click on that, and you'll also see this echoes here. Go and click on that, and you'll be taken to this page here. This is your Managing Echoes page. From here, you'll be able to add new and as many echoes as you'll want. So if you have a number of different writing styles that you need to stay consistent and use, say professional, to a writing style of a famous author, you can do that from here. So let's go ahead and take you through that. Go ahead and add an echo. All right, and once we're in here, you'll see that there's a title, a description, and writing sample. So these three sections are critical to being able to create and customize an echo. And so in today's example, I'll show you Tolkien. Most people are familiar with his works, and we'll create an echo that uses and mimics his writing style here. So go ahead and label that as Tolkien. Description. Now, this is a really important part here. This description allows your Genie to recognize when to automatically call this echo, keeping in mind that you don't necessarily need to have it automated. You can also manually call your echo whenever you'd like to, simply by asking when the prompt itself to use or reference that echo. However, if you'd like to set up some form of automation so that, say, whenever you're drafting or providing a weather report, we'll go ahead and use that as our example here. So use this whenever you are providing a weather report. This will essentially adopt the Tolkien echo to write up that weather report moving forward. And then writing samples. Now, this is also another very important part. As you can see here, this is essentially how you're going to train your Genie how to talk like Tolkien. As you can see, there's a 250 character minimum. Right now, the more you add, the better it will be. You can have as much as you want in here, and note that you can actually have multiple different writing samples. So you don't have to cram everything. Say you had 10 different emails that you wanted to reference in this, you can actually add them individually. So for this example, I'll actually just be using the first chapter of A Fellowship of the Ring. As you can see, I'm at nearly 12,000 characters. So as I said, as many as you want. You don't necessarily need to have this much, but it will help to train and make sure that you get the tone that you want. So go ahead and hit add. And as I mentioned, you can keep adding additional ones. So if you wanted to add, say, if you had more emails or whatnot to add as examples, you can do that here. And then you are also able to view and edit the writing samples that you have provided. Once you have all of this in here, you go ahead and hit submit. And at this point, your Genie is going to process those writing samples that you provided, as well as internalize when you'd like to call this echo. And so that's going to be important to how you utilize this moving forward. And again, as I mentioned, echoes, as you can see, can be used in a variety of different things. This isn't just for chat. You can use it in your spaces, your views. You can use it in creations and a number of other things. However, today I'll just be showing you calling it in chat, but just know that this does apply to other areas. So as you can see, we've got this Tolkien and the description here. Use this whenever you are providing a weather report. You can go to edit here and we'll see that there is one additional section now. And this is your echo itself. Now this writing here, this is exactly how your Genie knows to reference and how to speak like that tone that you are trying to set, that echo that you are establishing here. This is how it's trained itself, and this is what it'll call each time. Not super important. You don't need to worry about this too much, but if you're wondering what this is, that's it. So, all right, go ahead and cancel, and let's give it a go. So we're going to go over to our chat here, and I'm going to set up a weather report, and we'll see what it does. So please draft a weather report for Butte, Montana, and send it to Matt. In this case, we'll pretend like Matt wants to know what the weather is in Butte, Montana today. So, all right. And as you can see, it's going to reference the web to pull that weather report, and then it's going to begin drafting it in that echo that we have just created. And you can use this for many, many, many different applications. And as I mentioned before, there's an unlimited amount of echoes that you can actually create. So if you have a number of different minute changes or anything like that in a tone that you want to establish, you're fully welcome to do so. And this is very adept at kind of picking up those minor changes between them. All right, so as you can see, the task at hand, crafting a weather report for the picturesque town of Butte, Montana, a place of whispers and wind, tells stories of a time long past, and mountains stand as steadfast sentinels against the sky. It's very Tolkien-esque weather report, as you can see here, and all of this going to Matt down here. So as you can see, the echo itself is automatically referenced. I had never actually mentioned it in here, as simply the fact that I was drafting a weather report, and so it adopted this echo that I had assigned it. You are welcome to adjust the description on that and change how it will reference it. If you say you wanted to add some other way of referencing this for anytime I'm communicating with a specific friend or anything like that, it'll be able to pick that up and adjust accordingly. However, if we want to simply just reference it for anything, say I wanted to draft a poem in the Tolkien Echo, but I didn't want to redo the description or anything like that because it's a one-time thing, you can simply prompt it here. So in this case, we'll say, please write a poem about, about a snowman using the Tolkien Echo. All right. And so with this, you're able to manually reference it whenever you want to. And here we go. In the heart of winter's embrace, where the breath of the frosty air dances upon the cheeks of children, and the world is transformed into a glistening wonderland, there stands, with an air of quiet dignity, a snowman of peculiar note, named Alarak. Wow, dude even named him. But as you can see, you're able to call this echo pretty readily whenever you want to. And this should really help you be consistent throughout your communication and much more quickly navigate and utilize a lot of these features and these AI capabilities. So anyways, thank you for listening, and have a good one.